Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 102 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And we are on the home stretch. We have our last two toddlers in the house. We have a young adult, but she hasn't completed the second tier of her aspiration, which was kind of one of my goals before they moved out / grew aged up to young adult, but she had to be a young adult to complete it. So therefore she's in the house as a young adult working on it. But it's an acting one, and it seems to be taking a while because it requires a specific type of gig. So she is here. We're on a push to try and see if maybe we can get Connor out of the house because he just aged up, but he completed his aspiration because I think he had a mansion baron, but that was what it was, mansion baron. So he actually completed the mansion baron, and he's just like trying to get his A and get his character values up, which is our goal for all of the teens is to at minimum have 3, which he does have, but I kind of been trying for 5 for most of them because they can usually get them by the time they're ready to by the time they get everything else done, they usually have that. So I just like to do that for fun. So, and he doesn't have a B yet, so he's doing extra credit work downstairs and he doesn't have an A yet because he also needs to be an A high school student, and he's doing extra credit work downstairs. So Lacey is going to stream, and after she streams, or while she's streaming, she is going to teach one of our toddlers, Antonio, please and thank you, which will help him with his communication skill, and he'll learn a teensy little bit of manners while he's at it. Don't find toddlers learn the manners very much. The children learn it more when you teach them please and thank you. But it doesn't hurt, and it also helps build their communication, which I've only just realized somewhat recently. Otherwise, I probably would have been doing it sooner because I just noticed that they barely learned anything, so I just never worked on it. But since there's the plus of them learning some communication skill while we're at it, it's always good to get 2 things at the same time. I was wondering why I had to pop up that Nicholas reached handiness level 2, and I'm like, why is he getting handiness? Because he's helping Connor with his project so that we can try and get through it more quickly. So let's see, has he gotten? Oh, he's a B-lister. I'm not sure what he did. Oh, maybe he's streaming down there too. Encourage learning, please, and thank you. And then after that, we are going to try and do some basic needs flashcards because his needs were pretty high. I checked before I started working with them. Now, Antonia needed a bath, and she ended up being playful as a result of her bath. So, how are her needs? They're actually pretty good. So why don't you, my dear, come play dolls, and you can do that. What is your trait? I can't remember. Forget that stuff. She's angelic, so she can play on her own. And Jasmine is actually, we were kind of, because we're stuck on her acting aspiration until she goes to work. And she actually has her gig, looks like it's at Thursday at 9, right? Because she had her audition recently. So she has to develop her fitness skill, and the downside of a large house like this is that it's really easy to lose these drones. Does she have a drone in her inventory? She does indeed have a drone in her inventory. That's really the best place to put it. So we're going to stick this, actually, you know what? She doesn't have to do that. She can come work up here. We have a treadmill here. So I'm going to take that drone out wherever I can place it. I'm going to have her begin a stream, and I'm going to have her work out because for her gig, she needs to develop her fitness skill. She also needs to develop a friendship with the director. However, it's the middle of the night, so it's not really an appropriate time. Well, it's too early in the morning to invite the director or any of her coworkers over. What are you doing? You don't need to go chat with Nicholas. You don't need to react positively to his presence either. You want to release a track? Well, we'll pin that for you to do, but let's work on your fitness skill first instead. So Micah, I had asked to do a picture. He hasn't actually done his homework, so he probably should be doing his homework. So we're going to have him do his homework, and because he goes to school in a few hours. I don't know whether he would have any luck with getting a... Okay, so you got that done. But I have you all set up to do stuff, so we're not doing anything else with you. But what we are going to do is we're going to sell some of these things. We don't need a whole bunch of these, like, littering the house. They're really of no use whatsoever. So we're going to go into kids, and then under kids activities, and we're going to get a school project for Micah to work on. So we need to find one that's recommended for children. Now, this is good for his mental skill. And you know what? Mental is good because once you max mental, well, actually, the creativity is reasonable too. I wish I would have checked where his skills were before I decided. I'm going to do the mental, the logic for the kids. Yeah, no, that's the teen one too. There we go. We're going to get this mental logic for, there we go. And you're going to come here. Wrong child. Micah, when you're done your homework, you're going to come start working carefully is what you're going to do. And since you're here streaming, why don't you just come practice? That's what you should do. Just go along and practice while you're streaming. Now, you are a 3-star, so we need to host a meet and greet and visit if we were to do that, we need to do this. But we can get him these perks. And the perk I kind of want him to do is this, because established name, increased earnings on crafted objects, skip acting auditions, which he doesn't need. That's something that would be beneficial for Jasmine, but not for him. But he gets more money and he writes, so that will work for him. And we'll just do that one for him for now. And let him do that. And you should be going, you got everything I asked you to do was reset. So you're going to come here and take a thoughtful shower. And then, instead of the other way, we're going to have you come play with emotion is what we're going to have you do. And Jasmine, let's come over here and have you... So Jasmine, I don't know I think this is the Upham Adams. So this one says it probably is actually Lacey's because Lacey was doing it sooner than the other. So Antonia, let's double check your needs there, my dear, my sweetie pie. You need, you're fine, but I'm just trying to think what you should really be doing. You know what? Why don't you come over here and hug and babble and do some what's that. Hug, babble, what's that. And we'll see how your little brother is doing. He is sad. I think he probably had enough flash qua. He's done. He's done. And his needs are still pretty good, though. He's already maxed his... Why don't you just come here and go potty? And let's see if we can get that to level 3. Because then that means you won't go in your diaper. Which is a very good thing. And so we can't do any thinking really with him. We can't do flashcards with him because he's sad. But why don't you come here and potty train? You don't need to play there. You're better to do something with the toddlers, especially because I have the other ones busy. But the main reason I have, so he's working down there. So now that you've done that, you don't need to do that anymore. You're going to come here and assist with the project. That was just sort of a placeholder that I wanted him to stay downstairs. And so that's why I had him go do that instead. So, Saren, what are you doing? You are playing keyboard. Probably I asked you to do that. So she made it across the monkey bars 3 times. And now she needs to earn a high score on the typing game. But she is still only a B student. Maybe she should have been doing a school project. Because I'm guessing she's done... Yeah, she's done her homework and her extra credit work. I just don't know whether she would get it done in time. And hopefully with the good schools, hopefully she'll just get it without having to do a school project. If she doesn't, it'll be a bit of a drag. She'll have to go to school again tomorrow. But fingers crossed, she does not have to go to school tomorrow. So, my dear Antonia, you're chatting, you're talking, good. But why don't you come here and babble and hug? And what's that? Some more. And where are your needs? You probably should go potty yourself. Once you go potty after you're done that, and your needs are actually really good. I'm like, really, I don't understand. I'm not complaining, but they seem to be pretty good. So you're gonna play in and do what's that. I've just realized also recently that playing in actually seems to develop their thinking skill. I thought it would do it, and he didn't even max his potty. Maybe because he didn't have to go enough, perhaps. I don't really know. But you're going to come here, and when you're finished with that, you're going to parenting, encourage working on that school project. Oh, look, Antonia bumped up a communication level. So she is now level 3. And I don't know where you're going, but you're going to come over here and you're going to Potty-Train. And Connor has to go to school in an hour. He is hungry. That means he should be rallying the troops over here. So come over here in clubs. Rally the troops to get those needs up. These bladder, hunger, and energy needs up. So he did actually get that. So he has to write songs. But that's not really a priority for me. Part of the reason I also did it was because I wanted him to work on his emotional control a little bit. So he has done that now. He needs to come rally the troops is what he needs to do. So fingers crossed he gets his A. But then the big question is, do we keep him a teen for an extra sort of day so that we can get those? I probably will, to be quite honest. And at that point, it might be that they could both leave at the same time. But we'll see. We only need the one spot, really, because we're going to move in Evie's boyfriend and get him to get responsibility and manners is the 2 that I really want, and to be an A student. Those are the 3 things I want him to do, and then we'll age him up, and then we'll maybe have a wedding. That's kind of what I was hoping, that we can get that done. Okay, very good. So he got that. Little Micah got that done. So we are going to also encourage him completing that school project. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, so he's not really going to be able to do much else, because he has to go to school. Let's hope your needs were reasonable. They're okay. You, my dear, you need to go to school. Did you get that? You did, so we're done. You're not doing that anymore. You go off to school. You need to go to school. Connor, you need to go to school. Downside of big spaces, it takes a while to get upstairs. So I think what we're going to do with, I think the toddlers are probably, let's see. Oh, why is he so stretched? I didn't understand. That was a bit weird. A little bit freaky. So he is getting a little hungry now. I don't know if he's really he's not that hungry. He's hungry enough that I'm going to have him have something to eat, but I don't know that he's that hungry that it's beneficial to do much else. Where are you going? Okay, well, that's fine. He's gone to school. You can't really do anything. We're going to come over here and we're going to help him, give him a second wind. And Antonia, you want to look at a book. Well, we can do that. Do you have a piece of fruit in your inventory? No, you have vegetables, but they'll do. You can eat those. Actually, those pancakes should probably be fine. So why don't we stick those in Antonio's inventory, because he's hungrier. No, we can't. Why can't he eat those? Okay, maybe they weren't. Maybe they're just kind of empty. So what you know what? Forget the strawberry. Just grab yourself a serving and be done with it. And I was putting that in the garbage because I was thinking I was going to get money back, but I forgot I have that not set to do that. So Antonia, let's see. How are you, my dear? You're a little teensy bit tired. you're still working out, but I expect you should be done. Yes, you are done with that, but you're also done with it. Like, you actually finished with that. So I think we should invite over the director and co-stars is what we should do. And now that you've actually done that, we're actually going to read a little Antonia to sleep. That's what we're going to do. Because she was a little bit tired. Well, I was hoping to read her to sleep. But it looks like someone's sitting on our bed. So we're going to come over here and read her to sleep. There you go. Read her to sleep. Not the right bed. I don't think it's the right bed. But it is just kind of where we're going to be reading her to sleep. And my expectation is that he does not have any books to publish, or if they are, they're apart from this, which I'm just keeping because I don't think he can do that anymore because he's not a mixologist anymore. We're going to have, these are all bestsellers, and I'd prefer to wait for him to be able to publish them later. So he is instead going to write a book. He is going to write actually, before he writes, why don't we just have him paint? We can see this whole thing in action. Whose paintings are these? I keep moving things. I love that they're portable, but that's the downside of things being portable. We're going to see, so you can see that it's $953, but you can sell it to the art gallery for $14.29, and that's because of his perk. So that's a really good perk if you're trying to make a decent amount of money. So, and she's only a 2-star celebrity, unfortunately. She needs to do some more streaming is what she needs to do. We're going to begin a stream. I'm going to try that again. Oh, well, it did work, luckily. So, my little Antonio, how are you? You kind of, you know what? You should go potty again. You should go potty and maybe we can get you to level 3. That would be really, really good. And then you can go to sleep. So we got some nice work, Connor. Completing school projects really has a positive impact. So we're going to throw the plane. I hope she doesn't get caught. Oh, no. That reminds me, you need to study hard. You need to study hard, and you need to study hard. You all need to study hard, especially to make up for that. So you're going to come over here and potty. Yes. You're going to come over here. Oh, we don't need to potty train. He reached level 3. Good. So can you give him a second wind, or has he already been given a second wind? We're going to give him a second wind. And then we are going to teach him to say sorry. No, not sorry, because that I don't find I have much benefit from that. But please and thank you to work on his communication skill and his manners a teensy little bit. So now, Nicholas, okay, I'm going to pause because I don't want him making a drink. We're going to have you come over here, and now we're going to have you write a book because he would have got a little boost to his fame kind of in the middle. Actually, I keep saying that. But I think he needs to do one of these. So we're going to come over here. Never mind that. We're going to produce a new track. We'll produce whatever. We're going to produce over there. And Jasmine, did you invite who are you talking to? Is this your director? You need to develop. He's just an adult. So we're going to do a cheerful introduction. That's what we're going to do. And you know what? We'll put you over on to Friend of the World because I don't know that you haven't introduced yourself to many people for that specific aspiration. And we are going to sell the drink. So he's self-absorbed, ambitious, and family-oriented. So we're going to give repair tips. And this must be the director, because it's saying that we're 25% done. So we're going to ask about his career. So we will hopefully, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't go away. We need to talk to you. Don't leave. Friendly, ask about career. Let's see if we can get this done. Chase him down. She was the one who wanted to. I knew someone wanted to release a track, but I was confused and was thinking it was Nicholas. But it was actually, indeed, it was Jasmine, who wanted to, not Nicholas. So we are going to share a secret. So yes, he is the director. And we'll tell an outrageous story. Though we may not need to do any more because we maybe have developed that already. And so he's good friends. I'm thinking he mustn't be married because usually it shows up on their thing without you having to ask. And it's not saying anything. So we're going to brighten day. We're done. We got all our things. We need to be confident when we go to work. That's our ideal mood, but it's not required right now and is not required in general. So she has got to level 6 of the comedy skill. Has she maxed her charisma? She's not maxed her charisma. She's got to level 6 of her charisma, not showing here, but showing up there. One really good way to work on charisma, which I believe I was already doing with her, is to do videos on that the station, the video recording station. I think the mix master is actually the mix master. I can say it. So she's done what she needs to do with him, and his traits are fine. So we're going to leave him. We're going to record why don't we study trends first to see what is popular right now. Lacey, you're teaching him. Can we get that up? That would be really good. If we could get that up a little bit. Now we're going to encourage learning, please, and thank you. And then we are going to just read Antonio to sleep. That's what we're going to do. And then when we're finished doing that, you can stream again because it'll probably pop up. So I'm going to just have the rest of the day kind of go by because it'd be nice to find out before the end of this part who, if anyone, got grade increases from going to school today. So I'll be back when they're all home from school. So we have one dirty little girl who needs to have a shower. I'm pretty sure it's Saren who is. Grades are up for Saren. She's now an A student for public school. Connor is A for high school, and Micah is a B student. So yay, they all got grade increases, which means for the older two, being Connor and Saren, that we can maybe try and work and push towards getting them to age up to the next stage very soon. But that's going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!